Here we have half a shoulder, and this is called the blade half shoulder. The reason being because it has the blade bone situated in this area. We're looking for chunky shoulder with a fat layer that's not too thick, just covering the lean surface of the meat to allow us to protect that lean when it's cooking. Now here we have a blade side shoulder of lamb, or a half shoulder of lamb, and the blade is probably one of the most difficult lamb cuts to carve, and we know where the blade bone runs, and rather than try and get slices from the joint as it stands, we're going to take off some bigger pieces of meat and then carve them into smaller ones. Now we know, if you feel, the blade bone, or the ridge of the blade bone, runs along this area here. What I'm doing is to cut down along the side of the ridge of the blade bone, so it gives me the shape of the bone, and then along the flat surface of the blade bone. So carefully follow with using the point of the carving knife. So that's our first piece removed. Now we can see where the ridge of the blade bone runs, and we're going to cut down the other side. Spin the joint around and follow the contour of the bone down onto the underside of the meat. Use the fork to hold the meat firm, and so that's our two nice chunks of meat which we've cooked on the bone, full of flavour. Turn the bone over and carefully, using the point of the knife, take the meat from the flat surface of the bone underneath, position your fork in there, and then we have our three pieces. Now, got them from the bone, you see how much easier that will be now. Place your fork, take your sharp carving knife, and we can now cut this all the way through into small succulent slices of shoulder of lamb.